Hello there everyone and welcome back here today. Now, as we all know, well, I'm going to assume you all know considering you're watching today's video, and chances are, if you're checking out my video, I'm sure you are pretty big Ninjago fans, right? LEGO has been posting a lot of Ninjago Dragons Rising related stuff, and who knows, to be honest, by the time that you guys are seeing today's particular upload, then the full trailer for Dragons Rising Season 2 may already be out there. It might have actually been posted onto LEGO's YouTube channel, and by the time this video is up, I may even be working on making a video talking about that trailer. Time will tell. But the fact is that, as of the time of me actually recording and editing and uploading today's video, that just has not happened yet, and we are still waiting for it. In fact, the current latest piece of Ninjago-related media that we have out there now is the Lloyd related clip, right? But that's kind of besides the point, and yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say for that particular portion of the video. What I really would like to talk about today, though, is something that comes from a fairly old clip, I guess, in terms of the internet, right? This is a clip that was released like a week ago, so in the form of Ninjago, and in the context of Ninjago and everything relating to Season 2 of Dragons Rising, that is quite old already, right? It is the clip where we saw Raz and Jordana, Raz's new sidekick of sorts. They travelled into the Blood Moon Temple place, and it just got me thinking about all things Jordana. Jordana is a character that was, of course, featured quite heavily throughout Season 1 of Dragons Rising, and she was kind of like this rival to Sora, or she at least saw herself as some sort of crazy big rival to Sora. And in a way, a lot of her character is jealousy-driven at the moment. She wants to just desperately outdo Sora, and that is pretty much why she's working for Raz currently. But that's not what I'm talking about either in today's video. So what am I talking about? Well, today I want to talk about the potential for Jordana to end up like Harumi, and just how funny and crazy it would be if that was to actually happen. I first of all just want to clarify that I'm not suggesting that this will actually be happening. I don't necessarily believe in this idea myself. It's more of like a theoretical scenario, so everything I'm about to say, treat it theoretically. But I believe that in a few different ways, Jordana is kind of similar to Harumi. And to actually explain why I think that is, first of all, I want to do a brief rundown on Harumi, specifically her role in Crystalized, because Harumi was of course brought back, and yada yada yada, we already know about all of that stuff, but the most important thing is that Harumi was kind of like a sidekick to the Overlord, the Crystal King, right? In Crystalized, that was her thing. She was more or less just a slave under the Overlord's control, and she was bringing together the Crystal Council, all of that stuff. She was the main one when it came to planning all of the events of Crystalized on the villain side of things. So in a lot of ways, already, right off the bat, Harumi and Jordana, kind of similar, because Jordana is playing a similar role to Harumi was in Crystalized, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing even more of that as we head into Season 2 of Dragons Rising. And on top of that, of course, as we do unfortunately all know, Harumi did actually receive an extremely controversial end to her character, or at least she did in Crystalized. We still haven't seen anything else of Harumi just yet, but of course she had that really controversial end where she was redeemed, and we received a very controversial line coming from Lloyd, where he mentions that, well, it's okay, she's with us. And oh wow, that line from Crystalized from Lloyd has been memed to death at this point. And all of this just got me thinking about something that is, of course, a very large, long shot, and I'm not, again, trying to act like this will happen. I kind of just cannot reiterate that statement enough. I'm not acting like this will happen, nor am I even suggesting that this will happen, or that I think it will happen, for that matter. But I do believe that it would be pretty crazy, pretty insane, and also pretty hilarious if Jordana was to receive some form of similar treatment to what Harumi ended up getting in Crystalized, and actually ended up with some form of half-baked redemption plot twist kind of thing, once again, similar to what happened with Harumi. Now, sure, it would be kind of funny, and I know that the Ninjago community overall would absolutely erupt and would just burst into flames upon seeing that actually happen and play out within the next season, but at the same time, I mean, you guys know me already, I'm a huge Dragons Rising fan, And there's definitely quite a lot of evidence that could suggest that won't be happening. Dragons Rising so far seems to be really big into like tying up any potential loose ends, and I think that Jordana will definitely get a concrete conclusion that isn't something really half-baked. So far, if there's one thing you need to know about Dragons Rising, is that it is far from half-baked. Everything feels really strategic, I guess. Everything feels super well thought out, and so Jordana getting a half-baked conclusion, especially a really terribly done redemption, is definitely something I do not think will be happening. I think that she will definitely get a fitting end, and I do not think she will like realistically end up like Harumi did in Crystalized, but still, you guys have to admit, this is a pretty crazy scenario to just theorize and speculate on, and just think about over the top of all of that, and I think I definitely had a lot of fun talking about this here today, and I hope that you all enjoyed watching. But with all of this being said, that is basically going to cover things here. Hopefully you did all end up enjoying it. Now that I'm done rambling, I do absolutely encourage all of you to go ahead and leave any of your own personal thoughts and opinions on this down below in the comment section. Let's have a conversation down there. Also, if you did make it this far into today's video and did actually have a fun time watching, please do go ahead and leave a like on it. It really, really does support me and help me out. If you haven't done so already, please also consider subscribing to my channel. We are well on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and I would really love to reach that goal, but it can only be done with your support. So if you're new here, haven't done so already, please do consider it. And also, while you're down there, be sure to also turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I do post a new video. And yeah, with all of this being said, take it easy, you guys. I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.